Rolling to remember.
It's history that must not be forgotten.
Caplin's DC Bureau has coverage on the largest Memorial Day event in the country. Sky's the limit.
Talking about a plane that was started in the 50s. The ones that were flying were in 1960.
The air show that left hundreds in awe at South Beach. And collector's item.
Some YouTubers are very into them in the unboxing.
The dolls that have dozens lined up at the mall. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Mauro Rueda.
And I'm Dylan Pazay, and today is Tuesday, May 27th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Honoring fallen heroes across the U.S. and a special event taking the streets of Washington, D.C. The National Memorial Day Parade is the time to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
But this year, there's growing concern whether a key tradition in Washington, D.C. will continue to be shown on the same television network. Caplin News D.C. reporter Laura Iglesias brings us the story from the nation's capital.
I'm here at the National Memorial Day Parade, where thousands have gathered to honor the true meaning behind Memorial Day, remembering and paying tribute to America's fallen heroes.
For families of the fallen, the event offered space to reflect, heal, and celebrate the lives of their loved ones.
So we're here with Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, honoring our loved one in this parade today, and we're carrying their photos to just thank them for their service to the fallen.
For veterans like Purple Heart recipient Charles Eggleston, just the thought of Memorial Day's true meaning was enough to make him emotional.
It means a whole lot, because I got a lot of guys who we speak for the voices of those who can't be spoke.
But this year's remembrance comes as PBS, the longtime broadcaster of the Memorial Day concert, faces threats of defunding. The Trump administration has proposed slashing public media budgets, raising public concerns about the future of veteran visibility.
I've seen different tidbits about it. It makes no sense because it's greatest educational base, and you have to be brain dead to try to kill something that catches even the littles of our humanity at the infant stage and teaches them how to become a real person. If you're a person like whoever that hates stuff like that, it shows you who they are as a person. Maybe they're inhuman rather than human.
Despite political tension, parade goers say Memorial Day's mission remains clear: to remember the fallen and honor the legacy they left behind.
The National Memorial Day Parade continues to unite people in remembrance. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Laura Iglesias.
And the festivities for Memorial Day didn't stop there. Thousands of bikes rolled through D.C. for an honor ride. The event is called Rolling to Remember, and it's dedicated to those who served. Caplin News D.C. Bureau reporter Rosaura Mendoza shows us what this is all about.
Here at the Capitol, with the sound of motorcycles is all you can hear. This is Rolling to Remember, a ride for those who served and those who never made it home.
Thousands of veterans and supporters took part in Rolling to Remember, a massive motorcycle demonstration ride to raise awareness for Americans' missing service members and the mental health struggles of veterans.
It's wonderful that we are doing this because it's history that must not be forgotten in terms of what we have gone through to be this country, and we must continue to strive towards unity and diversity.
The ride begins at the Pentagon's North parking lot, where motorcycles line up at the start of the road. From there, the riders move across the Arlington Memorial Bridge, rolling into the heart of Washington, D.C.
There's a whole generation of bikers who were in Vietnam who still are coming here. And so we want to salute them. We want to thank them for all of their service. And we just appreciate everything that they've done for America.
As the engines fade into the distance, the message remains clear. We remember, we honor, and we advocate. Reporting for Washington, D.C. and for Caplin News, I'm Rosaura Mendoza.
People are still buzzing with excitement this morning after witnessing America's military might at the Hyundai Air and Sea Show. I was there this past weekend with more on the skies and seas of South Beach.
Miami Miami Beach Air and Sea Show has been a historical event in South Florida happening on and off for decades, but its most recent iteration featuring an all-armed forces lineup has been happening since 2017. While most people think of Air and Sea as separate theaters, the U.S. Coast Guard bridges the gap with the SAR demo.
So for the SAR demo, I'll be deploying out of the MH-65 helicopter. I'll be doing a free fall and then probably a basket recovery of the dummy. Definitely a little more pressure, a lot of people watching and stuff, but another day, same stuff.
While most people focus on the pure speed and maneuverability of the fighter aircraft, the sky was also filled with bombers. The oldest model still in use is known as the B-52 and has been in the sky since the 1950s.
Longevity, our versatility, and our dependability. You're talking about a plane that was started in the 50s. The ones that we're flying were in 1960, and the Air Force is looking at keeping us in service for over 100 years. When you talk about dependability, there's a reason that they're keeping us around. It's because we can do all the different types of missions, and we get the job done.
The opening of this year's show features a historical formation that has never been flown before, featuring 3 bombers and 4 fighter aircraft.
A showcase that you're not getting anywhere else in the world right now. The coordination that's gone behind it, different aircraft that are coming together for these type formations that you just don't see at other air shows.
The Hyundai Air and Sea Show was a 2-day extravaganza showcasing America's military might in the skies and vast capabilities in the sea. The show will return to South Beach next Memorial Day.
This morning, a man is under arrest after a car drives into a crowd after a soccer team's victory parade. It happened yesterday during an event for Liverpool FC's Premier League. At least 27 people were taken to the hospital, 2 of them with serious injuries. Another 20 were treated on site for minor wounds. A 53-year-old man was arrested, but they believe this was an isolated incident and not linked to terrorism.
If you struggle with waking up in the morning, study shows that hitting the snooze button is most likely the problem. Experts say the average snoozer adds an extra 11 minutes in bed after their first alarm goes off, and this is causing you to lose sleep, and it may increase the risk of cognitive impairment and affect your mood. So to avoid the snooze, set the first alarm as late as possible and change your bedtime by no more than 30 minutes each night.
One town is implementing artificial intelligence to help its 911 dispatchers. It was recently unveiled in Port Angeles, which is near Seattle. Every year, dispatchers receive about 25,000 non-emergency calls, which take resources away from actual serious issues. Combining that with the staffing shortage, AI comes in to help with calls made to fire and police stations. This technology answers calls and listens for keywords and tone in the voice to identify if the caller is in serious trouble. Based on that information, the call will be redirected to a human. That allows dispatchers to focus on issues that need immediate attention.
The Panthers pull the goalie as they try to come from behind in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Sincerely, their marketing and strategies are too clever, and that's why everyone is obsessed.
A stuffed little monster is scaring up a lot of attention in Sweetwater. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day.
Millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort. To get to know each other.
On a deeper level. Father.
Cosplayer.
Mentor.
Actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
And discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
For some people, it's just a toy, but for collectors, it's a full-on mission. It's called Labubu, and the figures are flying off the shelf with people lining up for hours just to get one.
That's right. Some Labubu fans were left disappointed after making long lines. Caplin News reporter Stephanie Tenia brings us the story of what happened and how the craze shows no signs of slowing down.
Today, we're here at the mall, all thanks to this little monster and his blind box. Fans have been nightly hoping to score their favorite collectible. Everywhere you go, people are lining up to get their hands on them. Part of the trail, you never know exactly what's inside. It's like a game of chance with every box. Labubu, it's a quirky, mischievous character from the Pop Mart universe. Each blind box holds a surprise, and no one knows which version they'll get until they open it.
Really popular online, especially also like some YouTubers are very into them in the unboxing, and that's how I personally got into them.
The marketing behind these blind boxes is genius. Limited editions, surprise elements, and exclusive design create a buzz that spreads fast on social media. The excitement was real. Fans woke up early and waited in line for 3 hours, hoping to score a blind box. Many thought it would be easier in person, but even after the wait, they were out of luck. The machine broke and no one could make a purchase.
My 8-year-old daughter is obsessed and asked me to get her a Labubu. That's why I came early today to get it. Sincerely, their marketing and strategies are too clever, and that's why everyone is obsessed.
But it's just not about what's inside. For collectors, it's the experience and the adrenaline. Today, the experience turned into frustration for many.
Wish that there was more information. It wasn't so like we don't know what's going on. Like I wish we knew more of what's going on, when they're gonna restock, when to form a line, like when we should wait, when it's worth waiting.
Still, blind boxes are everywhere. Other stores like Miniso also offers great options for collectors who want to try their luck. So even if you couldn't score a Labubu today, the hunt continues. For now, collectors will have to wait until this machine is running back up. Reporting from Doral, I'm Stephanie Tenia, Caplin News.
After 4 straight playoff games with 5 goals or more, the Red Hot Panthers had to come back down to earth eventually. Last night was the night. The Carolina Hurricanes jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first period of the Eastern Conference Finals Game 4. It was the first time the Panthers had trailed all series. The final score was Carolina 3, Panthers 0. Florida is up 3-1. The Cats could close out Game 5 tomorrow night in Raleigh. You're watching Newsbreak, and we are coming right back.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Mauro Rueda.
And I'm Dylan Pizet, and you can get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.